Did you know that airlines are hiding free perks seniors are entitled to but never offer unless you ask? Things that could completely change your flight experience. But here's the catch. Most people never even find out about them until it's too late. You board like everyone else, settle in like everyone else, and miss out like everyone else. But not after this. Because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly what to say, when to say it, and who to ask to get 15 powerful travel perks completely free and perfectly legal. No points, no upgrades, just knowledge they hope you never use. So if you're over 60 and want to fly smarter, not poor, stick around and subscribe, because by the end of this video, you'll know more than most airline staff are trained to tell you. Whether it's your first flight in years or your 100th, this guide is made just for you. Because let's be honest, flying after 60 isn't always easy. The fatigue sets in faster, airport signs start to blur together, and that cramped seat feels smaller than ever. But what if I told you there are travel perks built just for seniors? You just have to know how to ask. We're counting down 15 free services airlines offer and how to get each one. Even if you're flying economy, no points, no upgrades, just real advantages hidden in plain sight. You don't need a first-class ticket to fly with dignity. In fact, what most travelers over 60 don't realize is that airlines already offer comfort perks, but only if you know how to ask. Let's start with what's closest to your body and your peace of mind. Number 15, complimentary toiletry kits. They're rarely advertised, but when flights run long or delays stretch into hours, gate agents or flight attendants may have spare hygiene packs. These often include hand wipes, toothpaste, socks, even lip balm. Not luxury, but relief. To access them, ask early, not during meal service. Say, "Is there a comfort kit available for seniors?" No need to overshare. Mention a mobility issue or simply that you've got a long flight and forgot to pack some essentials. In most cases, it's a quiet yes. Number 14, assistance with connecting flights. Missed connections and tight layovers are a silent anxiety for many older travelers, but there's a quiet system built to help. When booking or checking in, request a meet and assist, especially if your layover is under 45 minutes. This service often includes a staff escort, cart transport, or even priority rebooking if your first leg runs late. Airlines won't push this service unless you ask for it, and if you wait until landing, it's usually too late. Number 13, access to airport lounges. You don't need a gold card to breathe easier between flights. Many lounges offer day passes, and if you're delayed or traveling due to a medical issue, a polite request can sometimes open doors. Say, "I'm wondering if there's any accommodation available for seniors with a delay or a medical need." Agents have discretion. It's not guaranteed, but it's more common than you think, especially if you look calm, composed, and respectful. Number 12, help with carry-on luggage. Pride keeps many from asking, but overhead bins are one of the top sources of injury for senior passengers. If your bag is too heavy or high, speak up early. Ask a gate agent at boarding or the flight attendant at the door. "Would it be possible to get help with my carry-on once I'm on board?" They'd much rather assist early than deal with an in-flight incident. Never wait until everyone's already seated. That's when patience runs thin. Most of these services aren't about charity. They're about awareness, yours and theirs. When you signal early that you're a senior traveler with specific needs, you unlock doors designed for your safety and comfort. Doors that are already built into the system, just hidden behind silence or hesitation. If even one of these tips reminds you of a travel experience that could have gone smoother, subscribe and leave a comment. Someone else might be heading into that same storm right now, and your story could be the light they need. 11. Free seat upgrades, if available. No, they're not advertised, and yes, it's rare, but it happens. Airlines often reshuffle seats before takeoff. If you're over 60, polite, and early to board, gate agents can and do offer better seats when available. Here's the key. Ask quietly. Say, "Hi, I've got some back stiffness and I'm on a long flight. If there's any aisle or extra legroom seat that opens up, I'd really appreciate it." Don't demand, don't name drop. Just be early, be kind, and let the agent know you'd be grateful. Gate agents handle hundreds of travelers per day. A thoughtful request stands out. 10. Free headphones or entertainment devices. Most airlines stock extra earbuds. Some even carry tablets or digital players on longer flights, but they don't announce it. If the flight is more than 90 minutes and you don't see screens on the seatbacks, ask a crew member, "Are headphones available? I'd love to follow the flight movie." Or
Do you have anything I could borrow to watch or listen with? The goal is to stay relaxed and pass the time in peace. Many seniors report feeling forgotten in flight. This small ask puts your comfort back on the radar.
9. Blankets and pillows. They're not just for overnight flights. Cabins get cold, especially at altitude. Flight attendants usually carry a few extras, but they go fast. So here's your pro move. Ask before takeoff. Say, would it be possible to get a blanket before they run out? I tend to get cold during flights. Soft blanket, small pillow, quiet hours, it can completely change how your body feels during the flight, especially if you're managing arthritis or circulation issues. 8. Extra water and snacks. Dehydration at 30,000 feet happens faster than you think, especially if you take medications or just want to feel alert and safe upon landing. This is one place where speaking up matters. Say, could I please have some extra water? I take meds every few hours. Most flight attendants will give you 2 cups or a whole bottle, no questions asked. Snacks too. Ask early in the flight. They're usually stored near the galley. Do you happen to have a few extra crackers or something small? Staying nourished isn't just about comfort. It's about health, blood sugar, and clarity, especially in unfamiliar airports. 7. Special meals. Low sodium, diabetic, vegetarian. Here's the secret. You need to request these before the flight, usually at least 24 to 48 hours in advance. But once on board, you can still ask what's available. Say, I requested a diabetic meal. Is it been loaded? Or, is there a low sodium option today? Even if they missed your request, flight crews may have a backup meal on board. And if not, they'll often swap you something safer from business class trays. This is especially useful for seniors on medications that interact with sodium, sugar, or certain fats. These aren't luxuries, they're essentials. Comfort, nourishment, hydration, and dignity. You don't need to fly first class to ask for them. Just a voice, a question, a simple sentence that makes your journey smoother and your body feel cared for. Flying dehydrated or underfed isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. If even one of these tips feels essential, hit that like button so YouTube knows to show this to more seniors. And if you've ever felt forgotten on a flight, this is how you start remembering yourself. Let's talk about the side of air travel no one likes to admit, the physical toll. For seniors, it's not just about comfort, it's about safety. And here's what most travelers don't know. Airlines are required to offer key support services, but they won't advertise them. They wait for you to ask. Start with this. If you need supplemental oxygen, notify the airline at least 48 hours in advance. You'll likely need a doctor's note and approval for a specific type of portable oxygen concentrator. And yes, that device must be FAA approved. But here's the part they rarely mention. If your need is legitimate and documented, they must accommodate. It's federal law. You're not a burden. You're a passenger with protected rights. Now for legroom. In most cabins, extra space comes with a price tag, unless you ask under the right conditions. If you have a medical condition affecting circulation, mobility, or joint stiffness, you may qualify for extra legroom at no cost. Airlines aren't required to hand it out like candy, but they often reassign seats for travelers with documented needs, especially if you call ahead. Pro tip, don't wait until check-in. Request it 48 hours in advance and have documentation ready. One call could mean you actually walk off the plane feeling human. Next is seat selection. Most people think it's just about window or aisle, but for seniors, strategic placement can reduce strain, prevent disorientation, and improve the entire flight experience. Some airlines will assign you a priority seat near the front, close to bathrooms, with easier access if you explain a medical or mobility-related need. Again, not a favor, it's policy. But it only works if you ask early, clearly, and directly. Let's keep going. Boarding and deplaning can be deceptively dangerous. Jet bridges, steep ramps, crowded aisles, they're all risk factors. That's why every airline has a mobility assistance protocol. And yes, it includes helping you board first, deplane last, and even escorting you to baggage claim or your connecting gate. Don't wait to collapse before requesting help. Ask in advance, confirm at check-in, and remind the gate agent. The system is built for it. Use it. Priority boarding often sounds like an elite perk, but here's the truth. If you have any medical or mobility concern, you qualify for pre-boarding. No special ticket, no fancy status, just tell them. You'll board before the general crowd, giving you more time and less pressure. It's the difference between calm and chaos, and too many seniors skip it out for pride. Don't. And finally, wheelchair assistance. It's not just for the visibly disabled. If you experience fatigue, pain, dizziness, or anything that could impair your ability to walk long distances or stand for extended periods of time, this service is for you. You can request it for the departure airport, your connection, and your arrival gate, with someone assigned to push, assist, and wait with you through security and beyond. This doesn't make you dependent, it makes you smart. Even if you don't normally use a wheelchair, asking for help at the airport can prevent exhaustion or falls. There's no shame, only smart planning. If even one of these could make your next flight safer, don't just scroll away. Subscribe. One click now could mean a better trip later. Traveling after 60 shouldn't feel like an obstacle course. It shouldn't drain you before you even reach your gate. It shouldn't be a guessing game of what you're allowed to ask for, or a gamble of whether you'll be treated with care. Every one of the 15 services we've covered exists for a reason, to make your journey smoother, safer, and more human. Not a luxury, not a handout, a right. If it protects your energy, your health, or your dignity, you don't have to justify it. Just ask. You've earned it. Yes, airlines differ slightly. Some perks may vary by carrier, route, or region, but the core remains. Plan early, ask clearly, and advocate for yourself or your loved ones, long before the wheels leave the ground. So now it's your turn. Have you ever used one of these services or found out too late that you could have? Was there a moment at the gate or on board when you wish someone had told you this earlier? Drop it in the comments. Every shared story could help someone else travel better. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the moment. Because next time, we're exposing the hidden rules airlines are using to quietly confiscate carry-ons at the gate and what you can do to stop it before it happens to you.